Here are quick tips you want to pay attention to if you are developing your pitch. And remember, it doesn't really matter if it is the elevator pitch or if it is the main pitch. So pay attention to the following factors. Number one, do not exceed your time limit. Okay? You always have to leave time for questions. Number two, have a copy of your full business plan. Because what if you talk and then they say, can you have the business plan? So you're going to tell them, So have a copy of that. Number three, avoid acronyms and abbreviations. So make the pitch clear. You don't waste people's time by talking about our ROI and they understand that, but you don't have to sound so technical, okay? The idea is to convince them. The idea is not to make them think about what you mean by what you're saying. The idea is to make it easier for them to understand what you're saying. Next, present your executive summary and then hand out copies. So don't start by giving them things they can read, because if you've given them things it's an equivalent of being in a class and then you give handouts and then you start making presentation. What is going to happen is that people are going to be reading the handouts as you're presenting, and so they are really not paying attention to your presentation, right? Next, have as many financial details as you can, okay? Investors will want to know this information, so don't be shy. If you have a track record of success, tell your audience they're investing in you as well as the idea. So the next thing that you also want to pay attention to is have a backup plan. So you always need to know what's your plan if the presentation doesn't go as planned, okay? I mean, you went there to present and then there is power outage, the projector isn't working. So what's the plan? I'm going to tell them, can you reconvene this thing, okay? Now you need a backup plan. Next, rehearse your speech. Next, understand your audience. You always have to know your audience. And you're not talking to many people, you're talking to one person. So if there are 3 people, just make your speech for one person. Don't make your speech for 3 people. That way you can connect with the audience. You're not just delivering a speech, you're having a conversation. Okay? So you need to understand your audience. Next, manage the questions. Remember, they're going to ask questions. If they don't ask questions, probe for questions. That way you can engage them. Okay? And finally, seek feedback. So feedback is important for your future, your future pitches. Because if you just make one pitch, it doesn't go according to plan, and you don't know why it didn't go according to plan, and you don't even bother trying to find out, and then you go and try to make another one, you repeat the same mistake, and you're back to where you were with your first pitch. So always make room for feedback. Those are things that you need to pay attention to. Right. So if there is any question, as always, let me know. I'll see you in the next lesson.